where you think is the bottom, and it actually knocks him down further. My man Dylan is here with me today instead of Steven Semple. Dylan is a Woods of Vet partner. He's also probably he's got one of the best eyes that I know right now for capturing things on film and video. He's a fantastic producer. He produces sticky sales stories, so he came up with some ideas, and so we're going to run one of those today. Dylan, talk to me about BetterHelp.
Yeah, so the ad I want to show you today is an ad that I think ran a few years ago, and it's one that has stuck with me since. I'm in my early to mid 20s. I just turned 24 this year. So I'm heavily cemented in the Gen Z era of demographics.
Yeah, me too.
Because this ad ran, I think in 2022, it was near the tail end of the pandemic, and people still were, a little skeptical of going out and doing things or seeing people or being around people that they don't know all that well. And I think this is when online therapy sites, specifically BetterHelp, started finding a lot of success because it was easy, accessible, you didn't need to leave your home. It checked all the right boxes for the ease of use and accessibility that people wanted at that time.
Right. Should we just show everybody the video and then the ad, and then we can talk about it?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so here's the ad.
What do you want?
I want a job that I don't hate. I want to do something that matters, but I don't know what that thing is. I feel like I want somebody to tell me exactly what to do. I want to stop feeling like if I take one more step, I'm just going to fall into a pit forever.
I mean, what do you want to eat?
Oh, pad thai.
Yeah, so 2 orders of the pad thai. Yep, that's everything.
Okay, so it's weird because it's almost off-putting. And what I mean by off-putting is, which means it did a good job. It moved people emotionally. It moved me emotionally in it. It's just a weird break to, no, I mean, what do you want to eat? Which it almost seems like it. No. But it is a dismissive behavior to say, like, dude, I don't care about all your problems. Dude, I'm trying to order food here. What your life shift thing is not important to me. I just need to fill my belly. But I know they did that on purpose. And I'm saying I know that, I don't know, but I guarantee they did that on purpose because that's what people are feeling, right? If that makes sense, it's that whole idea of not being able to trust that what I'm saying is going to be appreciated or reciprocated. The whole thing, I was like, oh man, this is emotionally deep. This is somebody who's in some sort of trauma. Now I know who BetterHelp is, so I knew what the ad was about when I watched it. But that jarring, no, dude, I just want to eat moment for me was really powerful.
I think that you're 100% on it with the dismissive nature of the friend in the ad who's just like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm talking about food.
Right? No, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that people feel that.
Yeah, I think it touches on a larger sentiment among young men, and it's this contradiction between how we were raised with like the remnants of be a man while still trying to be more emotionally aware and in control and that kind of stuff. So it's these conflicting viewpoints. They make you want to speak up, but when you do, people don't hear you, and then when you don't feel heard, it feels really bad. And so I think the ad does a really good job of making you feel that on the viewer end because it's written so well.
That's what I wanted to say. It was written really well because it and the even not even just written well, but it was directed well. If you notice at the end after he says, "Oh, pad thai," right? Like that's the answer. His grin was uncomfortable. Like, oh, I'll just squash all that. Yeah, let's just eat. And like that weird hold of a smile is, and we've seen it. Like, listen, if people are watching this, they've seen this somewhere in their life where they're just that, oh, okay, what? Yeah, we're not on my topic. Okay. And then that weird pose that you have to kind of be in for a second while you recalibrate and move in their direction. And I think that's what BetterHelp is really doing well here, is they're saying, we're here to avoid all that. You don't have to listen. This is a safe place. We're here for you. And leaving us uncomfortable right through to the end is a very, very, very brave move, and was strategically powerful. Most clients would not hold on to that for as long as they did.
Yeah, not only did they hold on to it, but they leaned into it. There was even like a riser that was going on in the background. Very subtly. Very subtly.
Right.
And you only notice it if you watch it a few times, but the first time you watch it, you're focused on what he's saying, and the riser is building the tension, as well as the camera pan it's zooming in slowly, creeping towards the guy until the illusion is broken and the guy interrupts him. The other thing that I like about this ad, and I know, Matt, you'll have a lot to say about this, but it's kind of a random entry.
Why I agree with you that it's random entry is because we start with a guy spiraling. Like,
Yeah.
it's instantly into, like, I just wish I knew what my life was all about and what I was going to do, and I don't have any hope, and I really thank you for being, like, almost, you can see him, like, pouring his heart, and then there's this massive juxtaposition of, no, I just want to know what you want to eat. It's not just opposite, it's opposite and harshly opposite to what was happening to the ad, which is what the fear was. But I agree with you, this random starting at the bottom, because it's literally starting at the bottom, or where you think is the bottom, and it actually knocks him down further.
Yeah.
Which is what the fear is that they're trying to help solve. So it was brilliant. I'm not somebody who suffers from anxiety and depression. And I'm not saying that I'm better than, I'm not saying that anybody that suffers from it is worse off. I'm saying that I don't experience the things that this person was going through, not very often, and there's times in everybody's life than you do, but if you did, this ad would have made you feel a very strong way. Okay, it made me feel, but it would make you, as somebody, and I say you, but the audience member who's watching this, who suffers from anxiety and depression, who's suffering from this massive, I mean, like you said, it's coming out of the pandemic, this massive change in the way we live. Who, if you're suffering from that, this ad was going to make you feel in a big way. And that's something that, as Wizard of Ads partners, we completely lean into, is we help people feel a way. We don't talk about features, because if you notice, there's no features or benefits of what BetterHelp actually does.
Basically, they're indirectly saying, we will actually listen to you.
Exactly.
You know?
We're the opposite of this.
Yeah, but that's it, really. Other than
Right?
that, yeah.
You think about, I've talked with Steven about this, and Mick Torbay does a whole rant on this, and it's the committee versus the leader. And a company that has a really strong leadership will lean into something like this, and a company that has a committee that makes a lot of decisions would have shied away from this ad because of all the things they left out of it, because we didn't put the name of the company up right away, and so there's this mystery about what the whole conversation's about. They never really truly resolve it, which is incredible to me. So I really want to give them a hats off. And the next time another one of these ads comes on, you're going to be listening for wolves. Like you're going to be more intently listening. They built this kind of mystery to what's going on with the ads. So no, you bring this up. I watched it real quick before we got on, and then I was really, really happy you brought this up, because it's really powerful storytelling in 30 seconds.
It's powerful storytelling in 30 seconds, and hilariously, it is 2 shots.
Oh, I was waiting for the production guy to come out. I was waiting for it. Here we go.
It's only 2 shots. It's a long hold on the guy's monologue, then a shot of his friend, and then back to him when he stares into the camera after he's been cut off.
Right.
It's just 2 camera setups. It's 3 shots, 2 cuts, 3 shots, but still,
Yeah.
That ad achieves a lot with very little in terms of what went into it production wise.
Right.
It leans so heavily on the acting and the writing,
Character and story.
yeah.
Brilliant. I think that's great. So let's talk about this then. So if there's a entrepreneurs listening to this, if there's a company that's listening to this and they want to advertise, what are the key things that you would lean into that we've learned from this ad?
I would say that story is king.
Okay, absolutely.
You don't need the highest production value in the world, but if you have a good story, people will listen.
Absolutely. 100%. I think the other thing that most companies, again, I've been saying it, is they're going to shy away from really leaning into the facts, like to their solution to the problem, and not highlight the problem itself and hold there and really push it. The bravery to to push all the way to the end before you even put up your logo. Like, understand that if it feels like an ad and smells like an ad and tastes like an ad, people are going to treat it like an ad, which means they're going to go, it's an interruption to my show, to what I was trying to do, whether it's radio, television, billboards even, right? Billboards get ignored all the time. But as soon as you are able to capture the attention and the imagination of somebody without it sounding and tasting and smelling like an ad, well, now they've got buy-in. You've created this draw-in, and I think that was brilliantly done by BetterHelp.
Totally agree. One last thing I want to say here is that BetterHelp themselves are quite a controversial company.
Yes. Yeah.
And we recognize that. And I also want to make it clear that we're not specifically endorsing them or anything that they do, but we're
Absolutely.
just, all this channel does, as Matthew has said many times, is we just look at ads and we talk about ads. That's it.
Is this a hit or a miss?
Yeah.
And what they could have done better, and we're saying that I don't think they could have done anything better on this ad. I think they nailed it. They did what they were supposed to do. They achieved what their goal was in spades. And so, yeah, thank you. Dylan, your first episode, man. This is so awesome. I'm so excited. So we're going to get Dylan back for another episode soon. Actually, I think we're going to talk about Nike. I'm throwing that out there. We're going to be talking about Nike because I brought it up in a previous episode and we still haven't played that one, but we had a little bit of research to do. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for jumping on. Smash the like button and subscribe, and tell us if there's an ad that we just haven't talked about yet and you want to hear about, and let me know how Dylan did. I want to know if Dylan should come back and be on more episodes with me. So thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Dylan, I appreciate your first episode, man.
Thank you, Matt. Cheers.
Okay, talk soon.